All right.
Dancer okay?
The answer is great.
Okay.
Okay, but I have to log in. Developer information. Who asked for that? Okay, I am logged in. Now I will click the link again. Okay. From Eamon Zier. We have a case, but the limb can only flex about 10 inches forward and 30 inches backwards. The kinetic hand isn't the right thing. Okay, so, and I'll ask you, Sarah, to reply, but that's a case for the gripper hand, not the kinetic. Now, it's also the case that David Ellentuck is working on a gripper Kwawu hybrid with the kinetic aesthetic. That's a good sentence, isn't it? And I don't know whether that's ready for prime time either, but you might tag David and ask him whether this might be a good test case.
Okay, I'm doing that now.
Great. And so now I go
Wait,
and we look
I'm
at...
sorry. Could you repeat that? What is the hand that David?
gripper hyphen Kwawu, Kwawu. And David has a design group that meets every Saturday and is doing good work. And I think he met with Anquan recently also. So I'll move on.
Okay.
Prakash Reddy is working. Inquire about prosthetic options for my 7-year-old son who was born with a congenital upper limb difference affecting his right arm. He has radial longitudinal deficiency. That's a lot of syllables for what probably means a short arm. The radius bone is completely absent. Okay, more than that. His forearm is shorter than normal and slightly bowed, and his wrist is bent radially. He's undergone the following major surgeries. Okay. At this stage, we're exploring these things for daily activities: gripping, holding, participating in normal childhood activities. Okay. They're based in India, et cetera, et cetera. We're committed to exploring every option. Okay, so what do we think about this? Seems plausible that we can help. There is quite a prominent e-NABLE spin-off in India, and I need to look up his name. He did an internship with us some years ago, but I'm blanking on his name. And we should look at the e-NABLE map to see if there are any live chapters in India. And the other thing is, we don't know the specifics of that particular syndrome. If there is a bone in the shortened forearm, then it could support the mechanical challenges of the arm. If there's not a bone, I don't know. So it would be really good if we don't currently have a prosthetist who consults with us, do we? I don't think we do. So this is not a fully, those are the outlines of the response. Sarah, if you email me, I'll fill in some blanks.
Okay.
Okay. So now we go to number 3. High school. I'm in high school. But I think I could, the chances that I could set up an e-NABLE chapter are pretty low, but I wanted to get involved in my area. But of the two chapters that exist, one of them belongs to our flagship university and the other to a corporate entity. Should I reach out to either of these chapters? That's easy. The answer is absolutely. It's always better
Yep.
to partner and explore other available chapters. Period. Where are you located? Which chapters are you looking at? The end.
Okay. Oh, did you wait? Hold
Did I
on.
type those things? No, I
Yeah, okay.
dictated
I'm
because I'm
sorry.
out walking.
Can you repeat
Yes.
that and I'll just write it. Okay.
Okay. Well, remember, you're going to have a recording available, but
Yeah.
it goes like this. It goes absolutely exclamation point. Where are you located? Question mark. It's always better to work with established groups before thinking about creating your own. Besides, being a high school student working with university students is a great way to advance your own career, connections, and competence. Period.
Okay. That's great.
Okay.
And there, hold on. There are three more that I am
Okay.
just seeing now, so I'm gonna drop them in.
Good.
Um, okay.
Meanwhile, I'm almost home, so I'll be transitioning to my computer in a minute.
Okay. And here they are.
Okay. Opportunity. Hey, an amazing opportunity. Thanks to STEM and e-NABLE. It's a news article. Let's look at it. Nice. On the news. We used to have several of these every week. It's nice to see that it's still worth the occasional story. And indeed, we should redistribute this story and see whether, for one reason or another, it's a moment to rejuvenate the e-NABLE viral phenomenon with news organizations that may have forgotten that they did this 10 years ago. But I'm not yet in a position to view, and they want me. Okay, here we go. Inspired by a video from e-NABLE. You built out what I know to be the county's first STEM program, Thompson said. Students don't realize that they're doing math because it's embedded in hands-on challenges. This looks like it's in Western Virginia. It's a great story. They're using the unlimited arm, which, by the way, is not the best we've got, but it's a good, easy starter arm. And her eyes just lit up. This is the classic story. Do me a favor and forward this story to Anquan and Manlin, saying John thinks there might be an opportunity to revive this pattern of local news organizations covering e-NABLE activities. Also, I think, Sarah, you should reach out to the person who wrote it and maybe even to the teacher who did it, saying, welcome, congratulations, and be aware that there are other models, more modern models to consider besides the unlimited arm.
Okay.
Okay. Back to Zoom. file request. And now I'm switching to my computer. Which may take a few minutes. So I'll continue here because my computer is charging. Okay, does anyone have a file for the Kwawu palm bolt? And Christoph, who is an expert, says, that's good advice. I don't have anything to add to that.
Okay.
So I'm moving on. Kicks. Good day. Which actually means nicks, not kicks.
Oh, sorry. I think Zoom auto-corrected my
Yeah, that's
typing.
okay. Christoph is on the game. He says your real problem is wet filament. Thanks, everyone. And it's printing right now. And that's great. And I'm just going to say @ thanks, Christoph. Christoph has been in the community and doing good work for quite some time. If you ever want to do a profile, Sarah,
Yeah.
his would be a good story.
Okay. Yeah, I will
back.
reach out to him.
Okay. All right. So
Okay.
we've done it. I just got an email from Mazvi. Let's see if that's relevant also. Uh-oh. I explained to Mazvi that I'm stepping back, and he said he feels like an old timer hearing this news, but we'll do what we can about that. Okay, so I've got nothing else. Anything else we should talk about? There's an education meeting today, Sarah?
Actually, no. Ian reached out. He had a meeting scheduled over this, so it had to be canceled.
Okay, and how did you
Uh,
cancel it? Because it's still on my calendar.
well, I send you separate Gmail, Google Calendar invites that really only go to you and the host. So it really only went to you and Ian. Um, so I usually send out a
Okay.
reminder email to the whole community either the day of or 1 or 2 days before, and I did not send
Okay,
out a
well, so,
reminder email, and I removed it from the hub calendar. So
and yet be aware that it's still on my personal calendar because it came to me
um
from Sarah at e-NABLE.org organizer.
yeah,
And so
yeah,
if,
that's because but it's only on your calendar because
well,
I send you
I get it. I get it.
yeah. So,
To finish my sentence,
yeah.
you can cancel just this meeting,
Okay.
and that would remove it from my calendar and also give me a heads up. None of this is a
Okay.
real problem. It's just
Okay.
FYI.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I will
not to worry.
um uh
Okay,
cancel the uh Gmail. I'm sorry about that.
not to worry. Not to worry.
The
So,
next meeting
oh,
that we have is sorry. Go ahead. What?
no, you go ahead.
The next we have on Thursday, next Thursday, we have chapter leaders, and a town hall before, and we have a special guest presenting in chapter leaders. So,
And who was that?
um, I just received a message from,
Mhm.
um, Sahasra Banda.
On
Um,
the topic
it,
of,
uh, teaching, and fundraising for chapters.
well, that's
Um,
cool.
yeah,
Okay, that's great. And that one is not on my personal calendar,
it's
Sarah.
not?
No, it's not.
Oh,
It didn't come to
okay.
me. It's whatever. You know
Let
how to do
me,
it, and it's a good
yeah,
idea
yeah,
to do
let
it.
me,
Okay.
I can check that right now.
All right.
Okay.
So, Evan, Tom, anyone else who is here? If there is anyone else, any other topics of conversation?
Not particularly.
Okay.
I
All
am
right then.
interested to see what On Quan and Malin do, but that's
Well,
that's
I
what
am
I'll be
too.
following closely.
Yes, I do know that they're rethinking our website Tangle.
Yep.
They're thinking about, different organizational tiers. Um, a tier that's more organized while preserving the spontaneous, disorganized grassroots efforts that we have. There will have to be some kind of, they're also exploring relationships with allied organizations like this one called Make Good that Tom
The
introduced us to.
wheelchairs, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And their big ace in the hole that I don't think they've quite wrapped their head around is that First Robotics, which is a huge and well organized
Love
international
first.
effort.
Love first
Uh,
robotics.
he's heavily involved in that network, and they are all obligated to do
Charity work.
pr- charity work during the off season. And
They
so if
are.
we can really tap into them, that would be huge. So they're the right people in the right place at the right time.
Me and Malin
It's
talked about that specific one too.
cool.
But I'm somewhat involved.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cool. Uh, it's interesting how long it takes for people to just sort of wrap their heads around the landscape. And as I think you were hinting, they then say, wow, there's a lot here and it's a real mess. So I'm very happy to have organized people taking a good look and trying to think it through. And that includes you, Evan, Sarah, and Tom. So I think we're going through a good process here.
Agreed.
All right. We can end 5 minutes early if there are no other topics. Okay. And I have a call coming in. So goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. Have a good rest of the
Okay,
week.
bye.